Hello, we're Kelley's Outdoor Adventures, the RV Drifters. We're Mike and Debbie Kelley. We're traveling this country willy-nilly style. We travel in our F-250 truck we call Willie and our RV Sports Trek travel trailer we call Nilly. We invite you guys to come along and watch us on our adventures. We've seen a lot of epic places, and our goal is to have fun. This week's video, we're at the Cardinal Center Campground, and it's in Marengo, Ohio, and we are here for the Ohio Content Creators YouTube Meetup. And this is going to be a 4-day event. We arrived on Thursday and got set up. The first night was just a meet and greet, kind of hang out at the shelter house and trade stickers and magnets. And this is the photo of the group taken on the last day. That's me in the back. But let's get back to the first night there. Everybody met at the shelter house and kind of gathered around and introduced themselves. We kind of all know each other because we follow each other's YouTube channels. This is Mike and Joni Cox of Those Who Glamp Together's YouTube and Instagram.
That we camp a lot with people when we really can't talk shop.
Mike kind of kicked things off with an introduction deal, and we got to all introduce ourselves and meet each other, for a lot of us, for the very first time.
All right, I don't know if this will turn out or not. It's pretty dark, but they're starting their sticker and magnet trading. As you guys probably know or may not know, my stickers and magnets are due to arrive at the house tomorrow. So I'm just handing out some business cards that I made.
2nd year. So this was circa 1999. An emu is it looks like an ostrich. It's a long story, but I have to add the theatrics with it. There's a big bird running down Central and call it in. The tone drop. We have an emu running westbound on Central Avenue. Right down Central Avenue.
And during the course of that first night, during the sticker and magnet trade, I collected quite a few. And of course, when I got back home, there were mine sitting on the front porch. Sorry guys, maybe I'll see you on the road and we'll trade then. Friday's roundtable discussions were around editing video and music. And Camping with the Comfers went over the video equipment that he uses, and I kind of piqued my interest a little bit, especially when it got to the drone.
But those rules are changing pretty fast right now. What you can and can't fly. So it's paid for it, but they're super stable. If you think you're going to do something crazy with it, just let go of the buttons. It stops, it hovers, it'll stay right where you left it. It'll take up to like a 12 or 14 mile an hour wind, and you still get perfectly stable footage.
It's a lot higher.
So the cool thing, you put it down the gravel here, and it'll just stop right there. And then you have to hold it down.
Tell it to go down.
It's looking around underneath to make sure there's nothing there, and then it sits itself down and turns itself off. And like I said, the takeoff is just easy. It'll lift itself up about 3 feet off the ground.
There it is.
And you just spin it around.
I got one, man. My wife bought me. It's a nice one, too.
It's got a pretty good zoom, too. You can zoom in, get the video going.
Like I said a little bit ago, I think I see one of these in my future. I just have to talk Debbie into it.
Oh, that's us.
And then in the video, this screen, the map won't be there.
Right.
I know. Like, I'm always afraid, like, it's going to kind of chop my head off.
And there's a sport mode, a normal mode, and a cinematic mode. So if you go over here, the control, and then you go to normal mode, it'll take off pretty quick. It'll get up to about 30 miles an hour. And then in sport mode, it's stupid fast, and I don't even trust myself because it's
Yeah, it is. Oh, why?
it's crazy quick. And as soon as you let off, it'll just stop. Yep. And then I try not to land it in grass, just because it'll hit the propeller.
Or your head.
It's got little short legs.
Right.
So a bit of gravel. Or usually I land it on the toolbox of my truck.
That's cool.
That is pretty slick.
You're gonna make me go bring mine out the box and then you can show me how to operate.
DJI 3.
The Mini 3, yep.
The DJI Mini 3.
And then there's a Mini 3 Pro
Okay.
that has sensors in the front, the back, the top, and the bottom. But it's a lot more expensive. But if you're flying right into a tree, you can set it to fly around the tree automatically or stop.
Cool.
Same thing going backwards and side to side. So
$500.
now they do make a version that has a built-in screen that you don't use your phone.
Okay.
It's a little more expensive.
And after the round tables were up, we went around and just kind of visited some of the other campers and kind of waited till Cruising with the Colemans opened up the Cocktail with the Colemans bar. And Friday night was the potluck for the group. We met at the Shelter House. A lot of food. Everybody had a great time. A lot of good conversation. A lot of fun information. I learned a lot. And there was a lot of good food too.
Chef Mike. Sorry, I'm looking at the hot dogs, not at the chef.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Hot dogs are definitely better looking, that's for sure.
It's fold underneath, so it's all fold together. The lid comes down, and it compresses to about 8 inches or so. It's about 60 pounds. Goes right in the back of the truck. You can set it up any way. It has these little grooves for arrangement, so you can put your seasonings in there. You can use the magnetic hooks to hang your tools up there. I got my meter probe right there for the smoker, and also got my knife and seasonings, and it works great. Like I said, it's not super heavy, and it just kind of adds to the ambiance to the camping experience.
So what do we have this morning?
So this morning, I am hosting Foxtrot Adventures for one of my faves, and you guys have seen it before if you've seen my channel, bacon stuffed pancakes. We're going to have bacon stuffed pancakes.
I just noticed that the Adventure Bandits have their Starlink. I don't know if you can make that out or not. The Starlink up on top of their open range. And the Floors, Best of Us, the Floors, they have their Starlink set up too. I want to talk to them today about the cost and the value.
And Tony from TNT RVing was explaining his Hensley hitch and how it worked. And he could have been a salesman for Hensley Hitch. He's really happy with it.
What I ended up doing is I actually just positioned this that way,
So you can
and
hook
then
it
I
at
was
an
able
angle.
to put it in at an angle, which is kind of.
It's turned. So, and that's how we met the Floros.
So What's the weight of this thing?
Oh, this is only like a 58 night. It's fully loaded would be 6,690 pounds.
6,000.
So that's not really.
Cool. I keep your daydream has the Hensley hitch on their Airstream.
They had one,
Yeah,
and
and
then
I-
they pulled it off for some reason.
Yeah, and they've never talked about it.
No,
since.
and I don't know why. I think
Yeah.
to really go underway.
Zoom into your TNT.
Yeah.
By the way, I love your theme song.
And Saturday morning's roundtable discussion had to do with audience engagement and how to understand your analytics.
I should also talk about analytics because that's what YouTube is using for their recommendations. So the YouTube engagement metric is views, likes, dislikes, comments, and subscribers. And then they put that into a formula, which is actually pretty simple. It's those things divided into the total number of impressions that the video got, not the number of clicks. So if you had a video, and you can find this on your analytics for an individual video, you have to really dig around to find it, all the things. You have to do the math. They don't show you exactly what it is. But if you take the number of impressions that a video had, divide that by the number of views, likes, dislikes, and comments, that gives you the engagement number for that video. Then for your channel,
are showing in our videos is exactly how we are. So that's why I say don't be fake, just be you.
Because once
And
they
love
finally
it.
meet you, they're gonna
Yeah,
find
well, that's what
And you're not gonna be everyone's cup of tea.
Exactly.
Adventure Bandits only works when you're together.
Right.
When you're on the same page. When you're with the
Right.
Colemans, it's only working when we're together.
I thought about trying it by myself. But they do want the both of us together.
They do.
When you do the,
All you gotta do is take the S off.
that's what they
That's
do.
I'll keep the S and he can go to Adventure Bandit.
I mean, I love traveling, and this is the best way to travel. Don't get me wrong. Well, not that, but in general, RVing to me is the best way to travel. Motorcycle.
but so we're kind of trying to transfer our niche into being just adventuring, which is what we talk about. So we're adventuring, RVing is our method some of the time, and backpacking is our method other time.
You don't like it as much, and then you're gonna kind of like reel back from it. But just as long as you like what you're doing, you're having fun what you're doing, and it's authentic on what you do in your world. So that's what he's saying. Make it about
I can't say it enough. You do want to be yourself on TV. Because people know fake.
Hey, always trying to be
They
authentic.
know you did something that you're not. If you be yourself and you let yourself show through that camera, they're gonna watch you. They're gonna watch every video you put out.
And so the Ohio RV Content Creators Meetup was in the books. It was a great time. I think everybody enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. And kind of a special thanks to this group of people who kind of came up with the idea and got us all together. You know, being part of the RV community and the camping community, they're just good people. They're always out to help. And this group in particular is full of some really good people.
Freedom and adventures.
Hey.
I love it.
SFA?
Check with them before you fly. I'm photo bombing this one.
Cheers, everybody.
Sometimes you need to go, take a step back.